Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Kodanikai, Mayapur Shashi Jaya Kodanikai, Jaya Mayapur Shashi. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada. Shikadantayama Prashashi Bhagavan ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Pachita Pavana ki Jai, Tagore Premanande.
We will read from Caitanya Caritamrta, Madhya Lila, chapter number 20, text number 276. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Tabe Mahatattva Hoite Trividha Ahankar Tabe Mahatattva Hoite Trividha Ahankar Yaha hoite devetendriya bhuter prachara. Yaha hoite devatendriya bhutera prachara. Tabe mahatattva hoite trividha hankara. Yaha hoite devatendriya bhutera prachara. Please. Tabe mahatattva hoite trividha hankara. Hoite devatendriya bhutera. Mataji, please. Tabe thereafter, Mahatattva Hoite from the total material energy, Trividha, three kinds of Ahankara, egotism, Yaha Hoite, from which Devata of predominating deities, Indriya of the senses, Bhutera and of material elements, Prachara, expansion, translation and pupil of His Divine Grace, Asi Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. First, the total material energy is manifested, and from this arise the three types of egotism, which are the original sources from which all demigods, controlling deities, senses, and material elements expand. One more time. First, the total material energy is manifested, and from this arise the three types of egotism, which are the original sources from which all demigods, controlling deities, senses, and material elements expand. Purport. The three types of egotism, ahankara, are technically known as vaikarika, taijasa, and tamasa. The material tattva is situated within the heart, or chitta, and the predominating deity of the Mahatattva is Lord Vasudeva. Bhagavatam 3:26-21. The Mahatattva is transformed into three divisions. First, Vaikarika, egotism in goodness, Sattvika, Ahankara, from which the 11th sense organ, the mind, is manifested, and whose predominating deity is Aniruddha. Bhagavatam 3:26-27-28. Second, Taijasa, or egotism in passion, Rajasa Hankara, from which the senses and intelligence are manifested, in whose predominating deity is Lord Pradyumna. Bhagavatam 3:26-29-31. And third, Tamasa, or egotism in ignorance, from which sound vibration, Shabda Tanmatra expands. From sound vibration, the sky, Akasha, is manifested, and then the senses, beginning with the ear, are also manifested. Bhagavatam 3:26-32. Of these three types of egotism, Lord Sankarsana is a predominating deity. In the philosophical discourse known as the Sankhya Karika, it is stated, Sattvika ekadashakaha pravartate vaikritat ahankarat bhutadesh tanmatram tamasa taijasah ubhayam. Табамахататва хойте тривида аханкара, яха хойте деватендriya bhutera prachara. First, the total material energy is manifested, and from this arise the three types of egotism, which are the original sources from which all demigods, controlling deities, senses, and material elements expand. Mamahyanatimmirandasya gyananjana shalakaya chakshuranmiritam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Caitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupaka Damahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasinhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. This is instructions of Lord Chaitanya to Sanatana Goswami. And we know that Lord Chaitanya is a symbol of love of Godhead, who shows all living entities, all people and all living entities, not only people, demigods, anyone. He showed what does it mean to love Krishna. And interesting is that Lord Chaitanya explains Sanatana Goswami some parts of Sankhya philosophy. Yeah. And we know that the science of devotional service have all kinds of different spiritual knowledges, like Jnana, Sankhya, and all others. And one of the purport of in Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada said that Srimad Bhagavatam contains all kinds of Jnana, Sankhya, and etc. But difference is that, for example, Sankhya philosophy is founder of Sankhya philosophy is Lord Kapila Dev, and Srila Prabhupada very often explained that there is another Kapila Dev, atheistic Kapila, who also explained Sankhya philosophy without connection with the Supreme Lord. Difference is in Bhagavatam there are many jnana, many knowledge, many jnana. Sankhya, as you noticed, this Srila Prabhupada gives quotations, Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, this Sankhya, this instructions of Lord Kapila to his mother Devahuti. Yeah. But all this knowledge has connection with the Supreme Lord. But philosophy of atheistic Sankhya, the goal, this philosophy of atheist Kapila is not, there is not, his attention was no to connect people with the Supreme Lord and to glorify the Supreme Lord. Yeah, that's the difference. And we know that in particular times, people consider the process of devotional service like some sentimental sentiments of some people who was very who didn't get success in their life. Yeah, they not they have no any possessions. They lost all they to say riches in who was very not successful, very poor, yeah, very not this people. And we know that when Bhaktivinoda Thakur came to this world, and in that time, people also consider Vaishnavism like some sentimental sentiments of some people, poor people, and therefore he had desire to explain devotional service in authorized way in order to attract successful people, intelligent people to this process of devotional service. Therefore, in process of devotional service, there is many types of knowledge. And and we see in this purport that Srila Prabhupada explains, according to Srimad Bhagavatam, that in every item of this material world controlled by the Supreme Lord. This material world is never independent from the Supreme Lord. Never. In this interesting purport, yeah, we know that Lord Chaitanya explained that first the manifested total material energy, Mahatattva, is technical word Mahatattva. And there is Pradhana, also Pradhana is also material energy. What difference between Pradhana and Mahatattva? In Pradhana there is no any interactions, just like any actions, any interactions in Pradhana. But when the same Pradhana begins the interactions of different gunas, three gunas of material nature, some movings, this same energy is called Mahatattva. Yeah, this small, it's very simple. And Srila Prabhupada explains that from Mahatattva comes egotism, three kinds of egotism. Pronunciation right? Egotism? Yeah, it's the right pronunciation. Okay. Egotism. What means egotism? Srila Prabhupada very often was explaining what we consider ourselves Scotland's, Indian, American, and Ukrainian, and other. Or we consider ourselves mother, father, man, woman, and I am a scientist. I'm that. I this and that. I am Muslim. I am Christian. I am Hindu. It's all egotism. When we consider ourselves, yeah, this subtle elements, and we see that this egotism is a cause of all material creation, and according to egotism is created different material elements, and he writes, Srila Prabhupada writes in comment in purport when Mahamantra transformed into 3 divisions, 3 types of egotism. From first type of egotism, 11 comes created mind, and predominating deity of the mind is Lord Aniruddha, the mind. Egotism in passion creates senses and intelligence, and predominated deity of all this is Lord Pradyumna. In tamasa, egotism in tamasa create the different material elements, beginning with akasha. Sky. Yeah. And we see that Lord Krishna controls every parts of material world, and not only that, we know that even any small movements, our eyes, or our fingers, our legs, our hands, under control of demigods, who under control of Supreme Lord. All what is going on under control. Therefore, this explanation of philosophical explanation of Sankhya helps us to understand that all what we see and all what we not see under control of the Supreme Lord. Yeah. Therefore, when we surrender to the Supreme Lord, we get we get the result of anything. The supreme knowledge when we surrender to the Lord, because when we surrender to the Lord, and when Lord is satisfied devotional service of particular person, the all other elements, all other processes becomes very favorable and help us in our devotional service. That's all. Therefore, we see that in Bhagavad Gita also there is chapters which explains jnana, very philosophical, yeah. And this explanation help a person to understand that process devotional service is not just sentiments, as the scientific knowledge, and that is science, and this explanation gives opportunity to such people to be interested in that knowledge, yeah. That every kind of there is different kinds of consciousness level, the different kinds of people. Some people very intelligent, yeah. Some people very not more simple, yeah, not philosophically inclined. Different kind of people. But we know that every living entity, Jayara Surapahaya Krishna Nitya Das. Lord Chaitanya said that every living entity potentially is a servant of the Lord. And every living entity is a spiritual soul. And our coverings, like gross material body or subtle material body, different kinds intelligence under influence of different modus of material nature, mind. There's also subtle covering of the spiritual soul. Yeah. Therefore, the Krishna consciousness knowledge mean for every person doesn't. There is no person who this mean for every person, yeah. Even from every living entity, yeah, because every person is a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. And therefore, it's very important to preach Krishna consciousness, yeah, because this sound vibration, Harinama, chanting of the holy name, gives opportunity to every living being, human being or not human being, get some sukriti, some pious accumulation of some pious actions like sukriti, to be pious. Because it doesn't matter understand person what means Krishna, Hare Krishna, or does not understand what means chanting of the holy names of the Lord. This process will be effective and will have favorable influence upon the consciousness of this living entity. And we know that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada, how he saw the different kinds of articles in newspapers about Krishna consciousness. He didn't consider that this bad article, some criticism or some glorification, he didn't consider according to this estimation. He considered how many times of names of Krishna is repeated in this article. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when this quantity of names Krishna was big, he considers this article as very successful. Doesn't matter what speak about in this article. Yeah. Well, this vision of transcendental person who on a transcendental platform. Yeah. Therefore, this and. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, I just now I hear Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita audio book and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati encourages his disciple always chant Hare Krishna and always preach Krishna consciousness. And one time he wrote the letter. He wrote, doesn't matter if even no one would come to your preaching, no problem. Just preach, and walls will progress. Yeah, you understand? Yeah, the walls will progress and will progress in Krishna consciousness. Walls, because this process so favorable for anyone. Yeah, for everyone. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya in Caitanya Caritamrta explained there is comparison of Lord Chaitanya with fisher who have his net. Yeah. We know that fishers very often try to catch the fish using a net. Yeah. And Caitanya Caritamrta glorify Lord Chaitanya as a transcendental, like a fisher who use the net to catch every living entity. Yeah. Difference is that net of fisher is net of death, and net of Lord Chaitanya is net of love. Is net of love. Yeah. And we see that Lord Chaitanya's desire was to preach everyone. He himself preached to top of the society people, yeah, like very learned, Sannyasi Mayavadi Benares, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, great scholar, and yeah, and many his followers preached other people. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda preached in Bengal. Yeah, for Lord Chaitanya wanted to take in Krishna consciousness every living entity. Doesn't matter who he is. Therefore, he encouraged his disciples, his followers, to write books which explains Krishna consciousness from different angles of vision, to attract different kinds of people in Krishna consciousness. And we see in ISKCON, International Society of Krishna Consciousness, there are many different people. There are ordinary workers. There is scientists, lawyers, physicians, any kinds of people in Krishna consciousness society, because they were attracted by this knowledge. They were attracted. They found this particular part of knowledge of Krishna consciousness which is interesting for them, and therefore they come to Krishna consciousness society. And this recently, 2 days ago, there is some festival in Ukraine every year, and there are many people, devotees of Ukraine, came to this festival. And because in Ukraine war is going on, there is some department of government department, recruiting, in English, who takes people in the army to fight. And this department force people. This department using force. These people in with a weapon, with like they looks like soldiers. And they take people to army by the force. This is going on, and interesting when this about 15 or 10 persons on the cars come to this space of festival, and they were going to take devotees, male devotees to army, and was very like it was some quarrel between devotees, and because devotees were it was many, I think maybe 600, or they didn't have opportunities, these people, to take devotees in the army. And devotees blocked all movements of all cars. And why I explain this, I saw this video. Some devotees, as I understand that they are lawyers, and they immediately appeared and begin to very with confidence to explain what right, what's not right, what according to the law, what not according to the law. These devotees don't afraid this department, these soldiers. They're not afraid at all. And they begin explain in because they know the law, they're lawyers. I just explained to. Because I explained, because in our society there are many different kinds of devotees, lawyers also, many. Therefore, every person can take shelter in knowledge of Krishna consciousness, but we should understand that our goal of this knowledge, this philosophical explanations, this Sankhya philosophy, Jnana philosophy, which present in these books, the goal is surrender to the Krishna, to surrender to Lord, to be pure devotee of the Lord. This is highest goal of life. Therefore, we also should see upon other devotees from this point of view. We should not see devotees like more educated, not educated, some devotee who very sophisticated, not sophisticated. It's all material designations. There is no any connection with the spirit of surrendering, which is live in the heart of every devotee. Therefore, we should be very careful, because if Krishna satisfied the endeavors and devotion of particular person, doesn't matter who he is. Krishna gives him his blessings. He will give him all knowledge, what is necessary for going back home, back to Godhead. Therefore, we should be very careful in association with devotees. We should be respectful to any devotee, and we should always remember that our qualifications, material qualifications, can help us to engage our skills in Krishna, in devotional service. But the payment for getting pure devotion is only surrendering, nothing else. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna makes suggestions. Sarvadharman parijajya mamekam sharanam vraja. That is this process, and we should always remember and try to see devotees from this angle of vision. Be very careful. Hare Krishna. I want to stop there. Here, maybe you can comments.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu. I really look forward to your classes. Very sweet, your Kirtan classes. Mangala Vaisnava, Prabhu, you know, like in Bhagavatam 10th canto 14th chapter, Lord Brahma offers prayers by Lord Brahma. And I think once you were very beautiful telling me about these prayers of Lord Brahma in Prasadam Hall. So, you know, in these prayers we see Lord Brahma, he is glorifying the Vaishnavas. He is glorifying the Brajvasis and all. And then he says that in his prayers, that Brajvasis are also drinking this Krishna Prem through these 11 predominating deities of the senses, headed by Lord Shiva. So he considers himself also to one of those senses, like the predominating deity of the senses of Brajvasis. Lord Shiva also, he considers that Lord Shiva is also one of the predominating deity of the senses of Brajvasis. Lord Brahma, Indra, Chandra, like this. Do you remember, Prabhu, if you could share something on this, please?
You ask me just remember something more about this place, or some explain what.
Explain, yeah, please explain.
Not technical.
No, please kindly explain. And this is like a bit very astonishing, right? Lord Brahma is like being the predominating deity of the senses of Brajvasis.
Lord Shiva, you said. Yes, well.
Me and Lord Shiva and Chandra and Indra as well. Chandra and
What I know that all Rajavasi, eternal associates of the Lord, are under full, to say, controlled by the Lord Himself. And I don't know why Lord Brahma say it like this. Maybe there is some comments of previous acharyas. I don't know. But what I know that Krishna gives protection to his devotees himself. It's explained in Bhagavad Gita. Ananyashintayam tamam yajanah parupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshamam aham yaham. Yeah. Those who devoted me, I personally keep what they have and give what they have no. Do you understand? Yeah, what I'm saying. Yeah, personally, you know, this is only I can speak only this point, and we know the story. Srila Prabhupada explained, told us the story about Arjunacharya. You know, yeah, about Arjunacharya. This great Arjunacharya was great Brahmana, pure Brahmana. Yeah, you don't remember? I can little bit. Yeah, Arjunacharya was very poor but very elevated Brahmana, pure soul. And Arjunacharya, its story comes from Srila Prabhupada. And Arjunacharya was written the commentary on Bhagavad Gita, And when he come to this point, this shloka from 9th chapter 22, yeah, when he begin write commentary on this particular shloka, he begin doubt, some doubts arise in his mind. Maybe this something wrong in this shloka, original shloka, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, because Vaham Yaham means I personally carry, I give what they need, I personally. And he thought that maybe this is not correct. I changed this word karomi. He how to say straight, yeah, and I wrote the another word, not wahami, karomi, and after that he went to ask donations because he depend from donations. He was Brahmana. Yeah, he was very poor. He was very poor, and he and his wife had only one set of clothes. Yeah, when he was asking donation, wife was inside the house, some cottage, because it was she had no clothes. We were very poor, and after Arjunacharya went to ask donations. After that, some begin striking the door of cottage. Yeah, and wife asked who, because she didn't want to. She had no any clothes. Who there? Who striking in my some person? And when she little opened the door, she saw that two beautiful boys. Yeah, one boy is white color, the second boy is blackish color. Yeah, it's really beautiful, amazing, beautiful. And they were holding the big basket of good stuff, products like milk, ghee, fruits, vegetables, rice. All was excellent quality. It was much. And they told, "Oh, mother, please take this. Yeah, your husband sent me to give this to you. Please take." And when they they try to give her explain, they were turning their heads as if someone how to say persecute how this word someone tried to catch them. Do you understand? Yeah. And she was very surprised, and this boy said, "Your husband bite us." Yeah. How? Beat us. And she said this boys, my husband never offend any insect. What to speak about human being? I don't believe. And when she told like this, one of these boys take away, they lift kurtas, yeah, and turn back to the wife. The wife saw this scratches, scratched. Yeah, this back, their backs was scratched with severely, with even some blood was. She was shocked, and they ran away. They ran away. She took these items. She prepared a very nice feast, and when Arjunacharya came to this place, his house, in this particular day, he didn't get any donation, any. He was very disappointed by that. And when he came to this house, he see cottage, he see his son feast, and not only feast, his wife eaten. not she didn't wait his coming. According to Vedic culture, the wife should first offer this prasadam food to her husband, and after husband finish, she can get to eat. And he was surprised, and he asked, "What are you doing? What is the adharma? It's not religion. What are you doing?" He began to speak harsh words to her husband, that you are a cruel person. You looks like you claim to be Brahmana, but really you are a very cruel person. You have beaten. You was beaten such children. You are very cruel, and he was very surprised. What is the children? And when she began explain how these two boys looked, he some doubts. He began doubting what is the person's this, and after that he understands that it's not ordinary boys. It's Krishna Balaram. Yeah. It's Krishna Balaram. In these scratches on their backs, it's the scratch when he incorrect this original verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It means when he make line, this like, but it was like scratches on the backs of Krishna and Balarama. And when he understand, he explained his wife what is the persons were coming to our house, and he immediately come to the space where he was reading the commentary on Bhagavad Gita and make correct he live original verse. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just try to explain because Lord Krishna gives to his devotees personally, because Vahami means I personally give, and Karomi means I arranged that maybe someone else give. You understand what it means? Different than Sanskrit. Therefore, not arranged himself. I just what I know. I just repeat what I know. I don't know more than. Sorry, Hare Krishna.
Mentioned was Vasudeva is the predominant deity of Chitta, heart, and then Pradyumna of mind. Anirudh and Sankarshan are predominant deities of?
Anirudh, mind. Anirudh is predominant deity of mind. And Sankarshan predominating deity of three types of egotism. I little bit, I confused. Anirudha mind, Pradyumna Vasudeva Mahatattva, Chitta, yeah, Mahatattva, Pradyumna intelligence, and Sankarshana. Sankarshana is predominant deity of egotism. Yeah, egotism, Sankarshana. Sankarshan. This is predominant deity of egotism, Sankarshan. Egotism. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Vaishnava Prabhu. Thank you for a wonderful class. I just want to share, first of all, one realization. If you read, verse and purport before you come to the class, it makes the difference in hearing. When you listen to some class, when before the class you read something, this is a very nice experience. I used to practice this before, but today it so happened that I read this verse and purport, couple more. it is very nice, you know. So before you come to the morning class, Bhagavatam Chaitanya Caritamrta, this is my humble request or advice, or I don't know, just sharing my realization. Just try to read verse and purport you are going to discuss, because this like congregational, how to say it, congregational reading. I don't know, and it helps. It really helps. You know, the better quality of hearing, better quality of, you know, just maybe more focused on the class. It's one point. I'm just wondering on these verses. You know, usually we have this understanding that mind is something you should, I don't know, buy it with a slipper, or how you call this, you know, beat every morning and every evening. The mind is something bad, you know, you never should listen to your mind. And at the same time, in this purport, mind came from like mode of godness and mind, you know. So mode of passion is intelligence. Usually we like, you know, so glorify intelligence. We should be a more intelligent person than the person who listens to his mind. And how does to understand this? Maybe some ideas how to understand this. Now that mind is under the control of good of godness, mood of godness, and intelligence under control of mood of passions. You know.
I was present when some senior devotees discussed this topic one time. Maybe there are many different meetings of senior devotees who discuss this, but only I was present only on one time. As I have understood, according to my ability for understanding, this more or less technical that mind is produced from the mode of goodness, and intelligence from the mode of comes from the mode of passion. It's more or less technical, as I understand, and I cannot speak more. Maybe Prabhupada, maybe you know something about that. Maybe you can speak some. Yeah.
So what I was thinking is that it seems like there's divine deities governing the senses, but also seems like there's demigods governing the senses. And, I was just thinking in terms of this verse, it's considered that the residents of Vrindavan are actually benefiting the demigods as much as they say the pure devotee purifies places of pilgrimage. So when most people go to a place of pilgrimage, then they dump their sins there, they take a bath. But it's explained in, I think, third canto that the devotee is sometimes known as Tirthapad because she goes to the holy places and he purifies them. So when these demigods who are in control of the senses or are related or associated with the Brijbasis, then they're getting purified by their association. So the Lord's pure devotees, they're getting the Lord's association through these pure devotees. So it's not that the divine deities who are governing the senses require that, but those demigods would be getting purified. Therefore, the sense of these devotees are the cups which they repeatedly drink the nectarian intoxicating beverage, blah, blah. So I don't know if that answers your question, but it was my understanding of the kind of the whole kind of scenario that you have the divine deities in charge of the senses, but you also have the controlling demigod deities. And those are the ones who are benefiting from the association of the Brijbasis through their senses. So rather than simply controlling, they're being blessed and purified by the senses of these pure devotees. So in relation to your question, I'm not too sure otherwise. But I just wonder if that might cast some kind of light on the whole scenario. you want to ask your question again? And I'll see if there's anything else. Yeah, it was, yeah, but I was thinking to answer that one first. Yeah, it might appeal a little bit. Yeah, the mind, Sumanasa, if the mind is good, if there's a steady mind, then it doesn't conjure up ideas for doing things. Intelligence is the one that creates so many different scenarios, isn't it? You know, it's just like you may be sitting in your house thinking, yeah, we could decorate this, we could do that, and we could change this and change that. So the mind is accept and reject, and that's the function of it. But the intelligence is actually directing what you could do. So the mode of passion is to create. So the intelligence is actually conceiving how to create different things. So Lord Brahma, he's mode of passion, guna avatar, and that's why he's got 4 heads. He's got such big intelligence, and he's creating. It requires passion to create. You know, just like a man and a woman, if they want to create a child, there has to be some passion involved. If it's mode of goodness, then nothing happens. Same with anything. You know, if we want to do something, we have to engage in the mode of passion, even to cut the grass. But so if the mind is satisfied, then it's just happy to be satisfied. And of course, the mode of goodness is conditioned by a sense of happiness. So the devotees use their mind and use their intelligence for their own benefit. So the faculty of accept and rejecting, which is the faculty of the mind, then they accept and reject on the basis of Krishna consciousness. Whereas materialists, they accept and reject on the basis of senses, which is the mode of ignorance coming in. And then the devotees engage their intelligence to do something for Krishna, mode of passion. Like Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati said that if one of his disciples even raised to the mode of passion, he considered his movement a success. He was saying that in relation to the devotees who were just lazing around the ashram and not really doing anything constructive to move the movement forward. But he was saying, okay, so at least get in the mode of passion and do something, but using Krishna's service. So that would be my understanding.
We finished. Good time. Finish. No. Hare Krishna. Okay, finished. Shri Caitanya Caritamrta ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.